Hi there. Well, today I got something really new in the mail, along with the Ultra 4 that took me a while to figure out who gave me this. This is like a couple day mystery. It's like, who gave me this thing? Well, it was actually a fellow Bond villain. Unlike the man with the golden gun, who ha 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 goes by Spectre. Well, he's actually one of my other friends too. That's just his alias, but he gave me. It's his alter ego, you see what I'm saying? I'm very forthright with the fact that I'm a man with a golden gun. And it's such a far-fetched story to believe that, you know, I'm shooting a gold gun with made a Calibri lighter and a pad and everything. But at any rate, we don't want to give Interpol anything hot. So I'm just going to say that a lot of Bond villains have alter egos. That's cool with me. So at any rate, he gave me this, and it's pretty cool. But one thing I noticed right off the bat, I primed it, just to see what it would do. Hair is not my friend. And it would do it when, like, yeah, you can hear that. Their gears. Well, one thing I might be doing, look at this huge tube right here. Right there, you know. What is with this hair? Long hair, it gets everywhere. Especially in the morning, when you're drinking your happy coffee, cup of joe. I might take this priming rod, and I might lower it to this level. Anyway, and what I'm going to do is I'm making some of my primes here, but then I have to figure out where to put the catch, everything else. So, yeah, you know, it's like they put a lot of money and time into making this the new ammo format, and we may be talking about that a bit later too. But he gave me this. Thank you very much, Spectre, Captain Spectre. I appreciate it. He's a Bond villain. He has an alias. We might pull some job together, who knows, you know. But today, I got this from Shawn Cox, care of Joshua Franz from Franz Foamworks. Okay, and it's a Gameface Prime. Now, I was promised like 2 Cetas, never got them, okay? Doesn't bother me, not my really kind of blaster. As you know, I'm much more in a smaller, more ergonomic, fits on my holster kind of shit like this. Okay, but it still was kind of like, yeah, just blasters, go figure, you know. And essentially, I never got one. But it's going to have a really hard time competing with stuff like this, and competing with pretty much mainstays like this. Oh, yeah. But I noticed a lot of things. There's this one is a lot more like this and a Ceta. And this is, well, a little more cheaper, ergonomic, solid, you know. It's a pretty good blast. You may notice I'm using a katana, I know. But I like katanas. Most people don't. Most people don't know how to load. Most people didn't get most people didn't design them. I guess that has something to do with it too. That's pretty damn effective. It's solid. It doesn't move around, anything like that. A lot of people complain about this being dual lit. I don't. But I'm going to put a scope up there. Hey, that'd be really cool. Like, I mean, yeah. You see what I mean? If I put a big objective scope, that scope is not going to hit here. So let's put this in real quick. I'll show you what I mean. This is why the lid never really bothered me. Because the NP I'm going to be making, it's going to need a scope. It's going to need a scope because it's going to be a little more powerful than your average NP. It's Bond villain shit. I tell you, it's Bond villain shit. Okay, so there it is, right there. Okay? You see what I mean? This is actually my long eye relief pistol scope, but this is like about the size of a 3x9 by 32. So you get the idea. If I would have put a 3x9 40, the scope would hang here. And even here, you can see the scope is kind of hanging down a little. Yeah. So it lowers the profile of the whole blaster to put this one higher and this one lower. Then you don't need these really high sight rings. You know, so let's take this scope off because, well, the window's open. It's a really rainy day, and I don't want people thinking I'm terrorizing people with Technicolor firearms. I mean, who knows? Technicolor firearms. Oh, this back here, by the way. This is my friend Radarosa, who found, excuse me, even though I don't have COVID, I still have the normal hay fever BS. He basically, commercials, no! I was just introducing him, and the commercial people went on. How rude. Oh, it's from Ferrari. Look at that. Buy the 812. Don't buy this. That's the point if you don't own. Come on. Who wants 610 horsepower and 3,800 pounds when you can have 798 and 3,600 pounds? But anyway, let's just skip this ad, okay? But he has took a 512 Bertinella Boxster, actually a BBI because it's fuel injected, and it was out just abandoned for like 14 years. So now he is actually restoring the whole thing. Right now he's stripping, I believe that's a fuel tank, and he's trying to restore his car. It's been sitting around, and we're talking dual overhead cam, Boxster, 5-liter, 12-cylinder car that usually costs about 400,000 pounds. Okay, I mean, it's a collector's car. I personally like the 365 BB because it's based off the well, one, it's lighter, and two, it's well, you know, it's original, 2,700 pounds. It uses a 4.4-liter flat 12. It was like the first flat 12. But people argue it's not a real flat 12. Okay, whatever. It's not a Boxster 12. Well, who cares? Alright, so anyway, let's get some cuttery. And let's cut this open and be a cut-up! Ah! So I know that you guys, okay, some people think I'm really dangerous with these things, you know. But, yeah, it's all just for fun and games. Wait, do we need to use the scissors on this? Oh, we don't. Oh, that's great. I don't have to use a knife to open this thing. Wait a minute. If I don't need to use a knife to open this thing, can anybody open it up? It's conceivable, right? I can just be sitting in the Amazon warehouse. I can be bored, you know, high on like bong water, and I can go, hey, I wonder what's in here. Yay, hooray. Oh, there's instructions that fell out. Some sort of disclaimer thing. Voila, there it is, right there. Yep. So it comes with blaster. I like the sheen on that blaster. That's nice. This color here, it's a cool color. It looks like it's got some sort of SGG on the inside. It's got a magazine, barrel with a 0 on it. So these things come with a 0. Grip, adapter, everything else. Let's put this thing together. So let's see here. Look like it's using a polycarb bolt sled. Okay. And there's a 0. And no, that's not a Merlin. That is an Audi. That is an Audi rifling unit. I use an anyway rifling unit. So here we go. Zam. Well, that's easy enough, isn't it? You can just twist this on here. Oh, sad that the 0 on that don't line up. It all depends on where your threads are at. Okay. It's got a safety on it. Okay. Everything's toolless except this. Yeah, you got to put the SGG on there. So I got to hunt down a screwdriver. 1 second. Okay, so here we are. We're going to unscrew this now. Just 2 places, as so. Fits around 1 rail, looks like. And it looks like I'm going to have to put it this way, that way. Well, wait a minute, what the heck? There's no way you can just snap this in, huh? Well, I bet there is if I knock this back far enough. But if I knock any part back, it's going to fall out. Oh no, I have to slide this in. So you have to take this off, slide it in, put it on there, where Adventure Force was just smart enough to put it on there to begin with. So some assembly required. The barrel's no big deal with this. Yeah. Okay, so it can't go in sideways like this. You have to go like this. Okay, like this, as so, and slide it. I don't know if I like that. I think I would have made different design choices. That's just me. But then again, why work for free and why work for the unfair? Okay, so here we are. We're going to put this in as so. Okay. Let's see. So screw number 1. Let's put this up in here. So screw number 1 into here. You know, I would have done this a little differently. That's just me. It's nice to have it ready to go, everything like that. Okay. Screw number 2. And hopefully this is in the right place, or I have to do all this shit all over again. Because if it's too far back, which it could be. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Shouldn't be too far back. No, it's just right. Okay. So this has got an alpha thing. And I'm feeling all sorts of creaks and wobbles. And yeah, I would have done it a bit differently. That's just me. That's just Chris. It's got a little oval up there for the breech. Well, that's kind of cool. Let's see how well it holds seal. Pretty good seal. I heard a little bit farting out, but nothing big. Okay. Let's go in here. Put this in here. Let's grab ourselves a magazina. And let's forget about the Gameface darts. Let's just throw good old AF Pros in this thing and shoot it around. It is good to finally get one. I didn't have one for a long time. I hope the lighting's going to be good. The screen always shows the lighting is great. My friend here working on his Happy. Going to some body shop guy, I don't even know. And yeah, working on his Happy Ferrari, and now we're looking at what looks like some kind of old. Come on, we want to see Ferraris. We want to see Radarosa. Oh, that's Radarosa on Facebook, not that guy, but the other guy. Yeah, and he does a lot of Ferrari restorations, a lot of in-home stuff. A lot of stuff you can't find at like the Ferrari dealer anymore because they're more into the newer ones. Okay, that's good. Travel looks about good. So let's see. Pretty good fire. Pretty good rate of fire. Works pretty well with Pro darts. Not bad. Not bad. I do like the texture and the finish of this, and it's not as bad as, let's say, the... Oh, that's what I really need right there. It's not as bad as the original seat is. They seem to have improved it quite a bit, but I got a few little complaints. One, okay, why did we go single shell on the MP? I'll tell you. One, it was cheaper to make it this way. You got 2 halves of shell, and you don't have this thing. 2, pretty sure no one's going to try to make this thing short or this thing short. So why did we even bother throwing this on here? I don't know, you know. 3, you know, it would already have a lot of play with this area. Though they seem to have shorted up a bit. It used to be this really rattled back here. And of course you hear these, man. Yeah, don't confuse those for sling points. Those are actual, you got it. Those are disattached points. So if we take this off here, I remember helping Alan come up with these things here. And Alan Go did most of the work on the original CETA, as though the breach was what it was. 95% of it was not the breach, but it was working out these details. And I remember my little vacation to Singapore and leaving there, and it was already pretty much, you know, mostly done. So let's see here. Wait a minute, how is this supposed to work? Oh, this is weird. Oh, right. So we'll just go here. Kink. Kank. Which is good. And well, voila! There you go. You can get to everything here. This is more solid. I like that. I like that this is more solid. But then again, they put a RET receiver on here. That makes it more compatible with other kits. But, So I meant you cannot even take this out without... What's the point then? Okay, so if you can't you can't twist this, so anywhere I put this, it's going to be locked in. I can't take this off and put it here. You got no prime rail to go up here, so why even have the pistol attachment? Was it so we can use a worker attachment? Like, I'm going to really throw like a blue prophecy attachment like that, or black, or clear. Or... No, I'm not. I'm not. If I'm a ret user, I'm going to probably use this thing. Why did we even bother putting this twist off thing when it's locked into here? And by the way, it's not locked very well because that bar is not really tight and there's a lot of play, and you can see it moves. Eek! Well, automatically I would put one of my scopes like right here to wobble it, but other people are working on other things I can't really talk about that kind of get rid of the wobble. But here's the breach. Right off the bat, I see problem number one: kink. That could break off real easy. I don't know why they made that choice. Of course, you have to have the mag out to remove the bolt sled. Or do you? Yeah, you do. You actually have to have the mag out to remove the bolt sled. So that keeps your bolt sled in if you keep the mag retainer inside of it. I can see a little bit here. They didn't put a lockup on this thing. Why didn't they put a lockup on this? I don't know. And this thing does not go against here, so this is embracing it. Yeah. So I never got to see a CETA finished up close. And there were a lot of things that if I were designing a rep model, which by the way, I didn't design the CETA, I only helped out with the problem with the trigger clearance, problem with the ribs on the inside, and making a set of parts for the first prototype that was single piece from Explorer. Yes. Yeah. But it is pretty much like the 3D model, except a little more solid. And yes, I've never seen a finished one before, and quite frankly, I'll be honest with you, I didn't care. Why? Well, this is Chris Cartaya. I'm rolling with pistols, and you guys are rolling with carbines. I'm a little ahead of the curve. I've always have been, you know. I mean, look at Bird of Prey. Now you guys are finally getting a cheetah, and it can do 200 feet per second nicely. You know, 200 feet per second nicely, like Graham said, like my friend Rex Graham said, and I said, yeah, but that's so much nicer to have a draw pistol. Let me get this on here. So much nicer to have a draw pistol that can possibly do 280, 300. You know, and a lighter spring lead can do 250 right out the back. And it's, you know, ooh, and these pins. Oh, I have a feeling that's the lower one. Is it? And there's also confusion on the pins. You got one shorter one, you got one longer one. Okay, longer one front, shorter one. Ooh, man. Okay, there's that. So the shorter one back, the longer one here. I don't know if I like that. Nah. Okay, and there you go. Okay, and then you got your blaster. It's ready to go. Oh, that's why it has so much luck. Oh, why does it have so much luck? You're not ready to go. Ay, 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 ay. You know, why not just make this front piece nicer? Make it longer. You know, make it so, you know, make this top piece longer instead of making it like this. Now, I agree. They were going for futuristic kind of jet set kind of stuff. They were trying not to look like a firearm. Oh boy, I just do not like this. You gotta get it. So it's threaded on both. Why do we make it threaded on the rod in this? Okay. Well, that makes it a little harder to center in. So just know that when you hit the thread, you're not hitting the sled like you may think you are. Okay. You got the one side, then you got the other, line it up. You're just hitting the, well, pretty much Honey Badger copy. Worker copy thing. So here we got a case where a worker actually got copied as well. Okay. So let's see here. I think these are pretty good for what they are, but I'll be honest. This whole thing is wider. I like what Adventure Force did. It made it thinner in the front, not wider. When you're looking at the back of the profile, you got it. See? It's all even. On this one, it's wider. And that works for an M16. You got your thin little receiver in the middle, and you got your bigger receiver here because you got your gas powered, and you're trying to keep your hands off the thing. You get your hand cover there and everything. I understand that. But when it comes to a Nerf blaster, why does it got to be bigger in the front? I mean, that kind of looks ridiculously, you know. The Zero, it seems to be accurate, pretty accurate actually. Is it the kind of technology I'd use on a blaster? No. But I kind of think it's kind of cool. Yeah. I mean, Alex Kong did design it. and he does know what he's doing. And like I tell people, rifling it's just your take on it. You got a Merlin, yeah, it's just my take on how it should be rifled, but it's more for high power kind of stuff, you know. So let's go through these real quick. Actually, I'll do that in the next video. I just want to do a run through on this and say that it's pretty good. It's not bad. It's not terrible. It's not like the first Cetas where they had a lot of refinement to do and it was obviously rushed out. They had textured, it seems like they're using a little stronger plastics. I hear the catch isn't Delrin. It should be, that's what I recommended to certain people. It doesn't feel like a knockoff toy. The original one felt like a knockoff toy. Like, you could sell this at a Walmart or a Big Five, okay? And it's not bad. So I wouldn't call it a knockoff Ceta. Why would I call it a knockoff Ceta? Because it's actually improved a bit. I just don't like this front unit at all. Plus, if you put a new front unit on here, you still got to deal with these arms here. So what do you do if you put a new one on here? Let's say a worker one. And you got these arms. Well, yeah. Plus, it's not universally the same size either. So I don't know what their point was with this. We'll make more front units. We'll 3D print more front units. Well, I don't, you know, I gotta say that may not have been the best design choice in the world. Except for you hold it without this. It does have heft to it. It fits in my hands. I got pretty long hands. So I kind of like that. Yeah, so anyway, I would give this about an 8 out of 10. I see a lot of places where it needs to work on, but I see a lot of places where they've improved it. Would I buy one? Well, first off, I wouldn't buy one because my blasters that compete in this range velocity are more this size. And second, I wouldn't... Look at that 12-cylinder block, man. Oh, look at that head setup on that 12-cylinder. Jeez, dull over the cams. Anybody wonder why a Ferrari's expensive? Well, there you go. It's precision work like that. And they're even better today. But I just, these blasters don't seem to always fit my role. And yet, I've got a whole bunch of them. I got that one. I got that one. Okay, I got Red October up there that I haven't touched in forever. And really, I have them as reference or loaners or what have you. But I'm going for the much smaller, effective kind of blaster. And for a lot of people like these because they're in general, they're not as big as a long shot. They're not like $50, $100 bolt sleds. You know, the parts on them are pretty much there. Okay. And so a lot of people like these rents for like, and they're good entry-level models. And to have an entry-level model with rifling is not bad. But I have yet to take it apart, and I've yet to compare them to the other two. And this one I'm working on right now. I wanted to talk a little bit about the Cheetah. What's his face? Rex Graham got a Cheetah, and he got it up to about 200 feet per second. But the tube is a lot smaller than this one, and they don't use a slide breech, or let's say like this one, a turret breech. This one's nice because it's made to fire one shot out of here and 3 at a time on these. And 3 at a time shoots 150 to 160 feet per second. That's 130 feet flat. Bam! You sight the top one, this to the top barrel, and it's fairly accurate, but right now I'm just waxing the barrel, putting a good coat of wax on there. That's about 22, 23 coats right there. Yeah, you can smell the orange pledge on it, just drying up. It's still drying. But here you got technology that's been around beginning 2014, August of 2014 to now, and I've improved on it a bit. I see that improvement on the Gameface, but I still see them borrowing just too much of the old stuff. And they listen to what they want to, and then they disregard what they don't, like the catch. I told them it's got to be a strong catch, universal catch. You never have to think about that back area. You know, well, that's the problem when you don't own the company. Okay, you got to deal with stuff like that. So this is kind of why I don't consult with anybody anymore, or give anybody advice or anything else, unless, you know, except for like Franz Foamworks, which seem to be pretty good guys. Let's see how that goes. Let's see how the Anvil goes. Let's see if it becomes really cool. But I mean, would I pick this over an NP? Well, that's for my next video. So this is Chris Cartaya saying, don't you go changing, or I'll find you.